Keeper, and welcome to Direct Selling's 5th Annual Power 50 put on by Direct Selling Live. This is Direct Selling's 5th annual list of the 50 most powerful, most influential people in all of direct selling. We're talking about the 50 people who shaped and defined direct selling in 2012. Before I go any further, let me tell you what the criteria for this list is. We're looking at those 50 people who not only have power and influence in direct selling, but does your power and influence somehow transcend, go beyond, take direct selling to a whole nother level beyond the scope of our industry. Power, that can be grabbed, influence can be grabbed just about anywhere in direct selling. Because you have powerful companies, you have powerful distributors, you have powerful association and association leaders. You have power everywhere. But there's so much in so many different areas, it's really hard to define who really holds it. So for our purposes, you need to have some power in direct selling. You can have the power in the beginning of the year, you can have power in the middle, you can even come forward with power towards the end. But the main thing for us is, does your power transcend direct selling? Meaning, does your power in fact impact the world community socially, culturally, business-wise, politically, racially, can even be religiously? Does your power do that? Can you bring something more to the table that uplifts and takes direct selling to a whole other level? Also, power is not always given to those who are always positive. Power can also be brought forward by people who do negative things. We've had that. We've had people who've done such, I guess the best way to say it is, hasn't been looked at as the best for direct selling, but however, we all know some of the most powerful people aren't always the most positive people. So for our list, we try to be honest with it. Who has the power and where does it land? In previous years, we've been able to put this list together, and it's been pretty much dead on for the previous 4 years. However, last year, because of politics and what some of the owners in direct selling did politically, we've had a fundamental shift in power in direct selling. I kid you not, a fundamental shift. Because the politics and the nature of politics in direct selling has thrust direct selling into a power position. What we call direct selling has begun to rise as a power player in politics. So a lot of the power in direct selling, unless you were really paying attention, you may have missed it. Because we had some very, very powerful things take place that, from our standpoint, will take direct selling to a whole new realm. New possibilities for owners, for companies and distributors to get involved, and especially associations to get involved in the public policy debate where we need to be. Do you agree with some of the owners, with some of the associations and where they went? Maybe, maybe not, but that's not the point for us. It's all about power and influence. Some of the people who have been on our list in previous years did not make the list this year. Some people that you are very familiar with. Some companies you are very familiar with. Some people who have been very high on the list have dropped down because of the fundamental shift in power in direct selling this year. This is a very, very interesting list. It is heavy. I will tell you this. Politics just changed everything. I really can't stress this enough. It's exciting to see some of the things happen. There were opportunities for us as an industry to get involved in cultural and social and business and political debates last year. Some seized on it, some did not. And because of it, the whole script has been changed. What are we looking at? Let me just give you a couple of things to think about here. 80% women here in direct selling. And yet, from an opportunity standpoint, not one association took the opportunity to support the Violence Against Women Act, or Equal Pay, or stand up for Equal Marriage Act. These are opportunities because they impact distributors and their lifestyle. Not everyone's going to agree with it. However, these are opportunities that can thrust us forward. And for those who did not, and for those who did, it kind of changed the landscape in power here in direct selling. We're also looking at the DSWA, who has a political action committee, But DSA President Joe Mariano and Vice President of the DSA and Marketing Communications, Amy Robinson, they came on to on-air, Direct Selling Live Show on air, and talked about politics, and actually came forward and said, yes, we are a lobbying organization and lobbying association for direct selling. That one admission changed a lot of power in direct selling, specifically if you're a company owner who's looking to get into politics, who's looking to influence politics in the United States. What else are we looking at? For the very first time, a media company in direct selling endorsed a presidential candidate. I'm happy to say that it was Direct Selling Live when our sister company, our sister site, MLM Black Woman, but it's not so much that Direct Selling Live and MLM Black Woman supported or endorsed a presidential candidate. It's that a media company in direct selling did this, which is thereby put pressure on the other media companies in direct selling going forward. It's these types of actions that take us to a whole nother level. Look, we're always wondering, how do we get politicians to pay attention to us? Well, the DSA did something a couple of years ago, but they came forward with it this year. They have on their website, for any of you to see, a list of the politicians and the policymakers here in the United States who support direct selling. For the DSA to actually put this forward changes the dynamics of who we are as an industry. I've always felt that we need to get more into politics if we're going to protect some of the things that are very dear to us. If we're going to be able to move forward as an industry, being involved in the public policy debate is critical. And for the DSA to do that, that's one of those major stepping stones. As I said, we've had some shifts in power. A trade journal that's been involved in direct selling for 35 years, Network Marketing Business Journal, got themselves into a bit of trouble this year. And because of it, for the first time, they don't make our list. That's Network Marketing Business Journal, there's Keith Lagos, and Linda Bruno. Also, AVON had a tough year, specifically, especially if you're Andrea Jung, chairman and CEO over at AVON. Unfortunately, one of the top power players in all direct selling and on our Power 50 list does not make the list, rather makes the list this year, but she drops down. But this would be the last year because she is no longer with AVON. Changes like that change the dynamics in power and influence. We saw the owners of Amway, Melalueca, New Skin. We're talking about the DeVos family. We're talking about Frank Vandersloot. We're talking about Stephen Lynn. We were talking about the people at Mona V, some of the people over at Zango. We saw these people get heavily involved in politics, from a donating of money to a presidential candidate, and it just changed everything. It was exciting. It is exciting. And as I said, there is a fundamental shift in power and influence in direct selling. Some of these owners poured millions of dollars in. Yes, they're trying to influence the presidential election, but at the same time, it thrusts direct selling into the presidential or political landscape in a way in which we have never been done. Whether you agree with their politics or not, that's not for me to say. It's that it's been done, and we have arrived. And because of it, power in direct selling will never, ever be the same again. We're getting ready to get into the list of the Power 50. How we're going to do this, we're going to do the first, we're going to go from 50 down to 36. Then we're going to take a break. Then we're going to go to 35 down to 21. Then we're going to go from 20 down to number 6. And then I will tell you who the last 5 are. Get ready, because here it comes. Oh, by the way, if you have any comments, you can reach me at Keeper Catran-Whitney at Facebook. You can go to Direct Selling Live YouTube channel, or you can reach me at K Catran-Whitney on Twitter. I would love to hear your comments. Coming right back, the Power 50.
No family can survive on 2 incomes anymore, let alone 1. If you are supplementing your family's income working from home, then tune into The Cash Flow Show, Direct Sales Radio. Host Deb Bixler brings you sales tips, lead generation systems, and best business practices that guarantee direct sales success. Whether you're looking for a little extra cash or a career change, The Cash Flow Show, Direct Sales Radio will give you proven systems that will work in your home business. The Cash Flow Show, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time on World Talk Radio Variety.
Hi, this is Keeper, and welcome back to Direct Selling's 5th Annual Power 50, the list of the 50 most powerful, most influential people in all of direct selling, or as we like to say, the list of the 50 people who shaped and defined direct selling in 2012. Before I go any further, if you have a comment, if you have a question, click on the links below. You can reach me at Facebook, Keeper Catran-Whitney at Facebook. You can reach me at Twitter, Catran-Whitney at Twitter. Or if you want to go to Direct Selling Live's YouTube channel, where you can see archives of other Power 50 presentations, Women of Power presentations, archives of our hit show on air, go to our YouTube channel, Direct Selling Live on YouTube. If you want to download the commemorative magazine of this year's Power 50, click on the image of the magazine and the PDF will open. You will be able to read more information on why we chose those people for this year's Power 50. You'll be able to share it with whomever you want. You just email it, whatever you want to do with it, it's right there for you. Okay, here we go. Power 55, the top 50 people. We're going to start from number 50 and go all the way down to number 36, and then we'll take a break and we'll come back and we'll do another segment and blah, 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 blah. You've seen these things done before. Okay, here we go. Number 50 and 49 are 2 people that actually rose to power midway through the year. As we said, you don't need to hold power all year long. You just need to come in at some point and really have impact and influence on the industry in a big way. Number 50 is Eric Tippett's of the Expense Tracker. It is a bit of software that is just exploding throughout the industry because it allows a home-based business owner to look at their finances and do what we call found money already in your house. Meaning by breaking down your expenses, you're able to find out by a few easy calculations how you're already making money in your business because you're expending or you're having money go to a place where it really shouldn't go or it's in excess, which essentially means because you're in a home-based business, you're already making money before you're out making money. It's a great bit of software. And thousands of people are buying it and really using it to really jumpstart their business. It is a beautiful thing. Number 49 is Dana Wild of the Mind Aware. Another software, another training system that really causes you to reshape the way you look at your business and your life. Just a few easy adjustments on how you look at things can really be of tremendous benefit to you. And one of the greatest training systems out there that has just caught the industry by storm is Dana Wild's Mind Aware. You really need to take a look at this. It's great. Speaking of things to look at, back to Eric Tips at number 50. They have come out, something that we've been looking for is a generic app that could really help a direct seller build their business. The people over at the Expense Tracker, they have a rocket recruiting app. It's marvelous. It's really difficult to find an app that's not a catalog, that's not a piece of sign-up stuff. This one is really a fantastic bit of software, a fantastic app that could really help you build your business, and people are really using it to grow their business. People are actually being recruited with this thing. It's amazing. It really is amazing. Rocket Recruiting app. Number 48. Vice President of Sales at Organo Gold, Holton Buggs. Number 47, Mona Amelli, U.S. General Manager in the U.S., Bell Corp. Here in the U.S., Bell Corp is known as LaBelle. Mona Amelli comes in at number 47. Number 46 is someone I'm sure most of you have never even heard of. If you're in direct selling at the corporate level and you have anything to do with banking, you no doubt know who this man is and how powerful he is. And certainly the people over at Primerica do. That would be Mark Mason, Chief Executive Officer of Citi Holdings. Yes, the same Citi Holdings that Citibank. His portfolio is Primerica, and he's one of the most powerful people in banking for direct selling. Number 45, President of the MLMIA, Multi-Level Marketing International Association, Doris Wood. Now, the association itself did not make the list this year, but Doris Wood, as such an iconic, powerful, influential figure in direct selling, still makes the list. She comes in at number 45. Number 44, Kevin Grimes and Spencer Reese, attorneys at Grimes and Reese. Number 43, AVON Foundation for Women, primarily for the Breast Cancer Walk. Why? Well, it's already a fantastic foundation. The Breast Cancer Walk is already a very influential, leading breast cancer awareness movement. They do a lot for cancer and especially breast cancer. But last year, when the Susan G. Komen Foundation for the Cure fell on hard times because of social and political conversations that took place in the year, it really thrust Avon's Cancer Walk into the #1 spot for breast cancer awareness in the United States and probably in the world. So, at number 43, Avon Foundation for Women Breast Cancer Awareness Walk. Number 42, Deborah Wu, President Asia and Greater China, USANA. Number 41, CEO and President of Soul Purpose Lifestyle Company, making a return visit, Nadine Thompson, one of the few female black-owned direct selling owners. There are just not that many of them. In fact, we have 2 that have made the list, and Nadine Thompson is one of them. Number 40, author and speaker Mary Christensen. Mary Christensen speaks at over 200 direct selling events every year. She is so well respected, so well known, so influential. Her works have been translated into dozens of languages. She's one of the premier authors and speakers in all of direct selling, and she comes in at number 40. Number 39 is the publisher of Direct Selling News, and that is John Fleming. 38, President and co-founder of the DSWA, Direct Selling Women's Alliance, Grace Keohohou. Number 37, CEO and co-founder of the Direct Selling Women's Alliance, Nicki Keohohou. And rounding out this segment, number 36, the association itself, Direct Selling Women's Alliance. They didn't have the greatest year that they've ever had. It was the first year that they have not had a major celebration conference. However, we're expecting great things from them in 2013, and from all indications, there's no doubt that they're going to have a banner year in 2013. When I come back, we're going to look at numbers 35 through 21 here on Direct Selling's 5th Annual Power 50 Awards.
When my mother used to sell Princess House.
Joined Amway that night.
Norma siempre vendía cosas de Avon.
Oh, it must have been around 1935.
But those knives were amazing.
The one lady's name was Mary Kay, and I said, oh, cosmetics will never sell on Party Plan.
Was a single mom and created these hair care products for black women and became the first self-made millionaire in the United States. I just think that's extraordinary.
Welcome back to Direct Selling's Power 50 Awards. My name is Keeper. I am the CEO and founder of Direct Selling Live, the owner of MLM Black Woman. And this is our 5th Annual Power 50, the list of the 50 most powerful, most influential people in all of direct selling. 5 years we've now been doing this. We also have the Women of Power list. We'll be doing our 4th Annual Women of Power in March. Next month, in February, we'll have our annual 25 must-have items for success list. We've got these things going on all the time. Later in the year, we'll have our 2nd Annual Diversity 30, the 30 most powerful minorities in direct selling. This is just some of the things that we do here on Direct Selling Live, but we're extremely proud to be the preeminent list for all of direct selling when it comes to power lists. Our Power 50 list, you don't need to be a part of one specific association to make this list. You don't need to, everyone doesn't need to be a part of the DSA. You don't need to be part of the DSWA. You could be someone outside of direct selling and make our list. It happens. One of the greatest examples of this was the DVD The Secret, and its person who did the DVD, Rhonda Brent, not in direct selling, but a few years ago, because of the impact of The Secret on direct selling business owners, the DVD and Rhonda Brent made the list. We've had a number of people outside of direct selling make our list. As I said, it's all about power and influence in direct selling, and does it transcend. Let's get back to our list. Coming in number 35, Dr. Tei-Fu Chen and Dr. Oi-Lin Chen, chairman and founder and the president and CEO of Sunrider. Number 34, Myron Wentz, Dr. Myron Wentz, who is the founder and chairman of the board at USANA. Number 33, Gan Chen-ing, president, Amway, Greater China. Amway will be well represented on this list this year, and for good reason. Number 32, Yoginder Singh, Chairman, India Direct Selling Association and Vice President Legal Affairs of Amway India. Number 31, Chairwoman and Chief Designer at Cookie Lee Jewelry. That would be Cookie Lee herself making a return visit to the Power 50. Number 30, Dr. Traci Lynn, who is the president and owner of Traci Lynn Jewelry. Another black woman who is the owner of a direct selling company. As I said, she and Nadine Thompson, they are rare. They are rare eagles, if you will, because they fly really high in our industry. They are rare eagles that are in direct selling as owners. It's just doesn't happen all that often. But they are also very powerful and influential because they transcend not only direct selling, but they also transcend race. Number 29, Connie Tang, president and CEO of Princess House. Used to be with Jaffa. She has now taken her talents over to Princess House. Number 28, Bob Proctor, publisher and speaker and author at Networking Times. Number 27, speaking of publisher, we have Success Magazine publisher Darren Hardy. Number 28, ex-CEO and chairman over at AVON. I say ex because she's no longer, this would be Andrea Jung, she's no longer the CEO and chairman of AVON as of 2013. However, in 2012, she did hold the position. It was kind of a rough year for her. But AVON being the company that they are, the power that they are, and she being the one spearheading this, she has to make the list. Yes, she did drop back a bit, and unless she takes up the post at another direct selling company, this would be her last time on our Power 50. Number 25, editor-in-chief at Networking Times, Josephine Gross. Number 24, CEO of Networking Times, that would be Josephine's husband, Chris Gross. Number 23, direct selling trainer extraordinaire, author, speaker, and probably the leading prosperity speaker in direct selling, Randy Gage. Number 22, CEO of Herbalife, Michael Johnson. And to finish this segment, Fernando Belmont, President, Yanball International. That is it for this segment of the Power 50. When we come back, we will be looking at numbers 20 through number 6. Remember, if you have a question, hit me at Facebook, hit me at Twitter. You can also go to Direct Selling Live's YouTube channel. Take a look at some of our archive videos. If you want to get to me directly via email, keeper at Direct Selling Live. When we come back, numbers 20 through number 6.
No family can survive on 2 incomes anymore, let alone 1. If you are supplementing your family's income working from home, then tune into The Cash Flow Show, Direct Sales Radio. Host Deb Bixler brings you sales tips, lead generation systems, and best business practices that guarantee direct sales success. Whether you're looking for a little extra cash or a career change, The Cash Flow Show, Direct Sales Radio will give you proven systems that will work in your home business. The Cash Flow Show, Show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time on World Talk Radio Variety.
Welcome back to Direct Selling's 5th Annual Power 50 as put on by Direct Selling Live. The list of the 50 most powerful, most influential people in all direct selling. We're getting to it. We're well past the halfway mark, so let's just keep going, shall we? Coming in at number 20, Eduardo Belmont. Yes, Belmont. Eduardo's brother Fernando is the president at Yanball International. Eduardo is the president of Belcorp. They are dueling brothers. They are doing their direct selling business. The Belmont brothers round out number 20 and 21. Coming in at number 19, Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer over at the DSA, that would be Amy Robinson. Number 18, founder and CEO of Video Plus, Stuart Johnson. Video Plus is the leading publisher in direct selling of magazines, training articles. They're also the premier company for creating training material, DVDs, you name it, what you need to build your business. Probably Video Plus has had a hand in it some way. So many companies use Video Plus, and Stuart Johnson, who's the owner, is an extremely powerful and influential person. They also go beyond direct selling with their services. Number 17, Magnus Brandstrom, president of Oriflame. Number 16, Walter Myris and Reiner Stricker, managing partners at Vorick and Company. Number 15, president of the AVON Foundation, primarily for AVON's Walk for Breast Cancer. Coming back to the Power 50, that would be Carol Kurzig. AVON, like I said, I can't speak enough for what AVON and their breast cancer walk has done. Their drive to make cancer, to really put an awareness on cancer, specifically breast cancer. I have a number of family members who have cancer. I have a number of women in my family who are suffering from it. And AVON does a great thing for not only for those of us in direct selling, but for everyone around the world, particularly women. Number 14, Chief Marketing Officer at Amway Global, Candace Matthews. Candace Matthews has won award after award after award for her brilliant branding of Amway Global. 2012 was a banner year for her. She's done exemplary work. She's extremely powerful. It is amazing to see a woman do such a fantastic a job as she has done. Most people look at chief marketing officers and they think it's guys, but no. Just absolutely brilliant what Candace Matthews has done over there with Amway Global. Number 13, John A. Addison, Chairman of Primerica. Number 12, Luis Sebra, Founder and Chairman of the Board at Natura Cosmetico in Brazil. A very influential, very powerful company in South America. Number 11, as we begin to look at the political impact, the political influence here in direct selling. Number 11, Stephen Lund, Executive Chairman of the Board for New Skin Enterprises. Stephen Lund was all in the news last year. Some of it good, some of it not so good for the politics. But what he and some of the others have done, who we're going to begin to get into what they have done, with their willingness to put themselves out there politically, to make their political stand, is they've elevated direct selling to become a power player in politics, something we so desperately need, because our segment of the population can make or break anyone's political career. And if a politician wants to be able to do work and reach office, at this point, they're going to have to do some work with some direct selling companies in order to make that happen. Because as the political power of our industry begins to rise and take hold, we will be able to protect more of the things that are near and dear to us in our industry. So Stephen Lund, Executive Chairman of the Board, New Skin Enterprises, comes in at number 11. Number 10, Rick Going, Chairman and CEO of Tupperware. Number 9, Richard Rogers over at Mary Kay. Number 8, Chairman of Zango, Aaron Garrity. Number 7, another person who was all in the news last year because of his politics, Frank Vandersloot, CEO and founder of Melalueca. As it relates to politics, you might not agree with everything the owners do and who they support and why. That is not for us to say. We're not here to judge anyone on that. we happen to think that it's absolutely great that we are now in the public policy debate because it will help us achieve more of the things that we need to have done, more of the protections that we need in direct selling. So Frank Vandersloot comes in at number 7. He was just a juggernaut politically last year as it related to Melalueca and what he wanted to see happen in the White House. Number 6, Alessandro Carlucci, Natura Cosméticos Brazil, and he's also the chairman of the World Federation of Direct Selling Associations. When we come back, the last 5 power players in direct selling for 2012.
When my mother used to sell Princess House.
Joined Amway that night.
Norma siempre vendía cosas de AVON.
Oh, it must have been around 1935.
But those knives were amazing.
The one lady's name was Mary Kay, and I said, oh, cosmetics will never sell on party plan.
Was a single mom and created these hair care products for black women and became the first self-made millionaire in the United States. I just think that's extraordinary.
Welcome back to Direct Selling Live's 5th Annual Power 50, the list of the 50 most powerful, most influential people in direct selling. I know you have an opinion. I know you don't all agree. How do you let me know? If you agree, if you don't agree, who do you think should be on the list next year? Who should we be watching in upcoming years? You can reach me, email keeper at Direct Selling Live, or you can reach me at my Facebook, Keeper Catran-Whitney. That's where I'm at on Facebook. On Twitter, Catran-Whitney. Follow me there as well. If you want to see some of the archives of past Direct Selling Live Power 50s or any of our shows like On Air, just about anything, you know, in interviews, things like this that we've done, go to our Direct Selling Live YouTube channel. And now, number 5, the most powerful person in all of direct selling is not a person. It's an association, and that would be the DSA, the Direct Selling Association. In 2012 was a banner year for the DSA in a number of ways, particularly on the political front. They've always, not always, for some time, they've had a political action committee. Not everyone has known about it. Most distributors know absolutely nothing about it, but they've been in politics. They are, admittedly, lobbyists for direct selling. Last year, they did something or brought something forward that more into the public arena in a way that they hadn't done before, is they brought forward their list of politicians and legislators who support direct selling all around the United States. Be it governors, be it senators, be it congresspeople. You can go to their website and see who supports direct selling. Democrats, independents, Republicans, they're there. We need to know who these people are. So we need to know who to talk to when we need to have things done. This is why the politics and its influence on direct selling became so huge in 2012. Number 4, Joe Mariano, the president of the DSA. I've already just explained it. The president has to be on the list, of course. Number 3, the chairman of Amway, Steve Van Andel. Amway is the company, is probably the number 1 or number 2 company in all of direct selling. But their influence on the social and political arena, last year they left no doubt. They really did. From think tanks to backing politicians, to getting heavily involved in education, to being upfront on public policies. Amway was everywhere, primarily led by the owners and the managing partners over at Amway. So number 3 is Steve Van Andel. Number 2, the most powerful family in all of direct selling is, in a lot of ways, led by this gentleman, DeVos. Doug DeVos, he has an idea of what he wants to take place politically. Whether you agree with him or not, This is not the area for that. He is the most powerful single individual in all of direct selling because of the convergence now of politics and direct selling. The influence that he has in both areas is undeniable. If he's the single most powerful person, who comes in at number one then? You're probably asking. That would be the DeVos family of Amway. Power personified, political, social, economic, education-wide, hands down, the most powerful number one in all of direct selling, the DeVos family of Amway. That's it for this year's Power 50. Next year, sometime in January, Power 50 number 6. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be exciting. You're no doubt going to have some questions. If you think there's someone we should be paying attention to, let us know now. We will follow them. We will get all the information. You help us when it comes to our efforts in determining who makes the list. Because of you telling us who to watch, telling us who to pay attention to, we're able to put our list together. That's it for this year's Power 55, the 50 most powerful, most influential people in direct selling, or as we like to say, the 50 who shaped and defined direct selling in 2012. Have a great 2013. Much success. See you later.